So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is gonna be a little different form of a reaction because this is more like a breakdown and an example. Because I'm I be right a lot of times, and I just want to let that be known that a lot of times I'm right, and specifically when I give cultural critiques on Black culture, this is what I'm talking about. Now we're gonna look at this video, and I think that this is a really good example of what I mean when I say things like Black culture is trash. Black people celebrate the worst of us, and then they have so much critique for the people that are doing well, the people that are doing what you should be doing, the people that are living and living in the direction of how you should be doing. Those are the people that people have so much smoke for. But hey, let's just go and then get into it because this just proves a lot of the lame stuff that I be talking about when it comes to Black people in general.
Boy. So I made a clown this sucker Anton. It's been a minute, since I roast this chump, and I expect his followers to be in the comments crying. Because that's what I do this for, to hear these chumps cry. But anyway, let's get back to the topic. So this clown, this
See, first of all, I'm gonna just say this right now. If you only on YouTube to make people cry and to make people upset, then you in the wrong. You doing this for the wrong reasons, buddy. That's crazy.
lane. I just thought about something. If Anton Daniel speaking on relationships, but he only been with one woman his whole life, he and y'all taking his advice. Uh, he unqualified. You know what I'm saying? Far as I'm concerned, uh, only thing he can speak on is going to church. He can't speak for a live nigga that was out here in these streets fucking bitches knocking.
Oh, Pookie alert, Pookie alert. We got a Pookie here. Now, first of all, well, you know what? I'm gonna let him go off.
Them
Go ahead.
down. You can't speak for niggas like that. You a lame. What you could do is talk for the choir boys and the church boys and all that. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want, that's what you want. But you on a podcast talking about relationships as if you was that nigga. Like you had all the bitches, you had them lined up. Nah, dog, it don't work like that. You can't speak. You only fuck one bitch your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like how you know what I'm saying, nigga? Like you ain't even you unqualified. We was out here piping bitches down, knocking them down. You know what I'm saying? Damn man, paying for abortions and shit, nigga. As kids, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was getting burnt. Some niggas was, you know what I'm saying? You unqualified, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas have bitches lined up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying though, like you can't speak for the guy
Oh
who
my
went to
god.
church all Sunday. That can't speak for the guy that had several
This is so funny, but it's not funny for the way that he intended it to be funny.
numbers, joints on the side or whatever. You know what I mean? You're not qualified because the the appetite of a guy that got a lot of women, pulled a lot of women, smashed a lot of women, is not the same appetite as a choir boy. You know what I mean? And again, this is not me bashing men who want to go get married. Go ahead, go do your thing. I support, you know what I mean, all the brothers that can be out there and be faithful. Do your thing. I support that. But when is a choir boy going to be on a podcast talking about relationships? If you're supposed to be a church guy, then why you ain't in church talking about church shit? You know what I mean? Or on your podcast opening up the Bible or reading the Word with a bunch of other Christians. But you on podcast with other fucking talking about nothing. And if you said, you know what I mean, you so relationship happy, why you worried about what everybody else doing? Sit your goofy ass down somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Your followers are some
Uh,
suckers, man, and that's
this
just what it
son of a
is.
J.
I ain't roast you in a minute, nigga. This you see this motherfucking goddamn stamp boy, the certified lame. That's what you are, Anton. You a certified lame. You understand what I'm saying? It's been a minute since I talked shit to your chump ass, man. We out.
Can you imagine somebody calling somebody lame when they got the recorded by thing that basically let you know that you using a free trial? Oh god, this is so funny. So let's just start with this first and foremost, right? Can we just like? I'm sorry, like. Let's just first get this out the way because you already know that people are gonna sit up and say, "Oh, you riding nuts." Well, look, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. It's not about riding anybody nuts, anybody trying to be up, following brown nosing for anybody. No, this is about the truth. This is about the truth, and this is about exposing how lame the black culture really is. Because at the end of the day, this is nothing but just an example of typical black culture. This is what people mean when they say that black culture is trash. This is why Anton says it's trash. This is why I say it's trash. This is why Charleston White says it's trash. This is why all these different people, all these different voices that are coming out and speaking out against the culture. And this Pookie right here that made this video is exactly the type of person that we're speaking about and against. Because first and foremost, if you know anything about Anton and you actually watched his content, you know that he's never said that he's only been with one woman. He has never said that. He has never said. In fact, if you really watch his content, you know that he actually when he was on the Lapeef show, they actually were going back and forth because they were trying to say because he actually had dealings with older women. So they were trying to say that he was a victim and all that kind of stuff. And he doesn't claim that, but I'm saying that anybody that actually pays attention to Anton and his content, you know that him being with one woman in his life has never been the case. What he said is, he met his wife. He met his wife, Rita, when he was in high school. That's what he said. And when he met her, he ended up getting with her later. It was later. He got married at 22. So I'm saying that, and yes, I pay attention to people. I know content. That's what I'm saying. I pay attention to this stuff. What this guy is just doing is basically just, first of all, you're not even authentic enough to go after something that's real, the real truth. So it's like you can't even attack his positions on dating. You can't attack his positions on relationships, but you can attack a lie. It's made up. Anton never said that he's been with one woman. In fact, he even brought his wife to say what on one of the streams to say what he actually said to her when they first met. That's number one. Number two, this dude is an example of typical Pookie mindset because he's using the fact of, oh yeah, we've been knocking chicks down since all this time. We've been doing this, you know what I mean? Even to the point where he was bragging on dudes getting burned. This is how delusional black people can be sometimes. They think the worst parts of the culture, because in reality, everything that this guy said is literally the worst parts of black culture. Everything that came out of his mouth. Yeah, we was knocking them down. We was knocking them. Why wouldn't you want to listen to the dude who's been married for decades? Why wouldn't you want to listen to the dude who's wealthy? Why wouldn't you want to listen to the dude whose wife isn't out here embarrassing him on the internet? If you don't want his lifestyle, then yeah, that's fine. But trying to shame people or even him for speaking or for talking about he's not qualified, when in reality, people like Anton are probably more qualified. Now, if you want to live your life like a Pookie, shouldn't even be having the same conversation. It's not the same conversation. That's just a fact. But the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, all this is just another example of just black people seeing a successful black man and one wanting to find a way to tear him down. That's really what it all boils down to. I see a successful black man, so I want to tear him down. I want to come against him. I want to basically try to degrade him. And in doing so, like most black people tend to do, you're going to make the rest of the culture look bad in the process. And the problem is most of these Pookies are too stupid to actually realize how stupid they sound. Nobody, in real life, nobody cares about how many chicks you knocking down, bruh. Dude is wealthy. Wealthy. Creating generational wealth. You worrying about how many chicks he knocking down. That's why black people lose so much, because you worried about the wrong things. Then you want to complain about white people. Dudes like this video right here, dudes like him, they are the biggest problem in the black community. Pookie mindset is a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous thing. And like I said, it's just lame. There's no other way to describe it. There's no other way to describe it. It's just absolutely lame. Because how you gonna call him a lame for trying to encourage people to do better? Like, there are so many studies that show the negative impacts of multiple sex partners. We see the impact of people who live like that, the multiple kids, the risk of STDs, you know what I mean? The lack of ability to pair bond. If you really want to get into scientific research and look into how basically after two partners, your ability to pair bond decreases by like 80%. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, some of y'all just be focused on the wrong stuff. You focus on the wrong stuff. Maybe if you were living more like Anton instead of worrying about chicks, then maybe you'd be able to pay for the actual subscription so you wouldn't have to have the watermark on your video, right? Just saying.